Hello everyone and welcome to another informational video for Closed-End Fund Mastery's Super Screener and Interactive Report. For those of you not familiar with Closed-End Fund Mastery focuses on three primary goals: distribution sustainability, long-term appreciation potential, and being well positioned for future distribution increases and special distributions. To get better acquainted with this powerful tool, I have left some useful links in the description below. And on to the video.
Before I begin, I would like to point out that in my last video, I said my next video would be an in-depth look at the funds CLM and CRF. I want you to know that that video is still on the schedule, but I figured with the AI being all the craze as of late, this would make for an interesting video now. And just a heads up, I will have another video coming out before the CLM CRF video because I have a product update for my DivvyX system. So I'll be posting a video that'll feature tutorial tips and features that will be included with the new update. Now on to the featured topic of this video: closed-end fund mastery versus AI, artificial intelligence. I've been thinking about adding some search engine optimization to my website to make it easier to find. So I thought it would be a good idea to ask AI for some commonly used terms to search for closed-end funds. In the process, I asked AI for the best closed-end funds, assuming that would be one of the most searched terms for closed-end funds. And I was surprised that AI actually gave me a list of closed-end funds. I know at some point in time I'm going to be confronted with the possibility that maybe AI will do a better job researching closed-end funds than closed-end fund mastery does. And I'm not going to lie, the speed at which AI Copilot spit these results back was pretty impressive. So I decided, rather than wait for the possibility that I'll casually lose subscribers to AI over time, why not do a head-to-head comparison now? First, let's look at AI's top 10 compared to the closed-end fund mastery's top 10. First, let's look at AI's top 10 before we look at the comparison between AI's top 10 and closed-end fund mastery's top 10. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I did ask AI for the best closed-end funds, and AI gave me their results. But AI does not specifically say that these are the best funds. However, if you ask for the best closed-end funds, and this is the list it gives you back, one can only assume. On the top half of the page, we have AI Copilot's top 10 list, and on the bottom half of the page, we have Closed-End Fund Mastery's top 10 list. This is what those funds would look like in Closed-End Fund Mastery's fund comparison tool. AI's top 10 up here, and Closed-End Fund Mastery's top 10 down here. You can see there's a lot more red and yellow in AI's top 10 than there is in Closed-End Fund Mastery's top 10, which has a lot more green. And to give you a better perspective, this is what Closed-End Fund Mastery's bottom 10 looks like in the fund comparison tool. Almost nothing but yellow and red. That's literally how easy it is to find the highest quality high-yield funds in Closed-End Fund Mastery. And of course, Closed-End Fund Mastery also provides ample tools and research info to back it up. If you currently subscribe to my service or you have been watching my YouTube videos for a while now, one point I'll often try to get across is that Closed-End Fund Mastery's scoring is based primarily on a fund's fundamentals and not its performance returns. For example, the fund PIMCO Dynamic Income Strategy Fund has a 3-year return of 29.21% with distributions reinvested. Closed-End Fund Mastery does not give points for the fund because it has a 29.21% return. Percentage returns on a fund's past performance has no role in Closed-End Fund Mastery scoring. Yet I would argue that the underlying fundamentals that Closed-End Fund Mastery scores is the reason for the 29.21% return. Closed-End Fund Mastery contends that a well-run fund with solid fundamentals will eventually produce above-average returns. And today, since inception of Closed-End Fund Mastery, this has consistently proven to be the case. So, in our heads-up comparison of Closed-End Fund Mastery versus AI, you can see that Closed-End Fund Mastery, which consists of all CEF Mastery qualifying funds, not just the top 10, which is currently at 46 qualifying funds, has outperformed AI's Copilot for the 3-year 4.65% to 2.04%, the 5-year 8.34% to 6.03%, and the 5-year net asset value price change at 17.82% to 1.84% for AI. If we dig a little deeper into Closed-End Fund Mastery's top 10 list, you can see that the list consists of 2 funds that I call rolling quarterly net asset value funds. I know my subscribers are well aware of what that term means. Those 2 funds are Sprott Focus Trust Fund and Royce Microcap Trust Fund. If we were to remove these 2 funds because they do not pay a consistent distribution every quarter and replace them with the next 2 highest ranked funds, number 11 and number 12 ranked in Closed-End Fund Mastery, which is Nuveen Asset S&P 500 Dynamic Overwrite Fund and Eaton Vance Tax Managed by Wright Fund, you can see there is little change in the results. For the 3-year, replacing the 2 rolling quarterly NAV funds results in a 0.7% increase, a decline of 0.19% in the 5-year returns, and just over a negative 4% decline in the 5-year NAV price change. So despite the inconsistent distributions from the 2 rolling quarterly NAV funds, the actual top 10 Closed-End Fund Mastery qualifying funds has produced the best long-term returns. Now, of course, I do have to finally add that past performance is no indication of future results. This concludes this video, Closed-End Fund Mastery versus AI. Maybe one day AI will overtake Closed-End Fund Mastery, but I do not think today is the day. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and check the description box below on how to sign up for my free weekly Closed-End Fund Distribution Change Report, as well as learning how you can get 5 free weeks of the Closed-End Fund Mastery Super Screener and Interactive Report. Thanks for watching.